welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be flipping through my 2022 bullet journal. So here it is. It has like essentially completed just for a couple more spreads that I'll be doing at the end of the year, but it's pretty much complete. I will leave my entire playlist for all of my Plan With Me's, which I have done for every single month, down in the description box if you guys are interested in checking them out. But I'll just be flipping through, kind of showing you all the different themes and giving you just like my general thoughts. I've also done this for, I want to say since 2019, or I'm not quite sure. But all of my other flip throughs will also be linked below if you guys want to check them out and kind of see my progression for my bullet journaling. So my bullet journal is this Leuchtturm 1917 dotted A5 notebook. It's the one I've had for every single year of bullet journaling, and it's great. It has the perfect amount of space. Here is my cover page. To be honest, for this initial setup, I did not keep up with this whatsoever, and it was kind of just a waste, but I mean, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. Expenses, income, looking forward, which I did not use at all, videos made. I stopped in March, so obviously not successful. And then here we are at January. So for January, I did this very nice blue and like red pinkish color wintry theme. This was done on my iPad, and I made all these stickers on my iPad as well. Calendar. I think this one is really cute. I feel like this washi tape that I incorporated kind of doesn't match all that well, but that's totally fine. One thing that I really got into doing this year was to do a weekly to-do list, especially because at this point in the year I was still in online school. Now I'm back in person, but it was really helpful. I made this section for books read in January because I'm a huge bookworm. I've read like 150 books this year, but I ended up not tracking this in my bullet journal because I didn't always have access to a printer, and just find that Goodreads works a lot better for me. So it's there, but not used. This is probably one of my all-time favorites, with this really cute Valentine's Day one. This was done with acrylic paint, and I made these stickers throughout on my iPad, of course. So again, I put a books read here, did not use it. I feel like it would also mess with the theme and everything. Also, I made some little heart-shaped cutouts with some scrapbook paper here. And at the beginning of the year, I was in the habit of writing down all the books I read for the week, which I thought was a nice little touch. So you can see I read 3 books this week, pretty good. And this was Valentine's Day. I think like all of these February pages are just some of my favorite things ever. And here we are at March. So March's theme was this creepy cat theme, which is kind of not the greatest description of the theme, but I mean, I wanted to do something with cats because I love cats, and I had these like naturey stickers. So like leaf and a hedgehog, acorn. And then I used a lot of scrapbook paper and like neutral colors here. Not really my favorite theme compared to like February, but still cute. I think overall this one's cute. I like the bear sticker and the fox. Oh, this one, I have this like book tag thing where I wrote down the books that I read for the week. And then also like the star rating on here, which I also have on Goodreads, but this is just kind of fun to include sometimes. I love the florals on this. And we are at April. This one I did with Crayola Super Tips, and it is just like a really fun flowery 70s theme. So here's the calendar. And goals and favorites and expenses. Here's my first weekly spread. I love how I incorporated the scrapbook paper here in the yellow and orange. I think this one's really cute. I love the flowers over here and then also the flowers in the April section. Had a lot of fun with this color scheme. And I'm not quite sure why this is upside down, but whatever. And here we are at May. This one is a little gardening theme in like green, yellow, and blue colors. This is watercolor. So I started working here and then I didn't have like school stuff to do anymore, which is why the to-do lists are like extremely bare, because I'm not going to be making to-do lists when I don't really have anything to do. These are done with some scrapbook paper. Also my to-do list and books read section over here. This one's really pretty. I like the leaves. And I started, I guess, journaling instead of, because I didn't have anything to do. So for June, I did this beautiful picture of Cappadocia with hot air balloons. This is on my iPad. And it's kind of a pet peeve of mine when I make like the cover page and then it looks really pretty, but then I can't get markers that like absolutely match that. Or my markers that I choose just don't really match, and then it's completely different, but that's, I guess, fine, because it's not like I'm looking at this cover page too often. My first weekly spread. Here's another one. And this one's like extremely boring. I was probably not really into my bullet journal at this time. Like I'm typically not during the summer. Summer is just not a bullet journaling time for me. This one I tried to get creative with the lettering here with these like scrapbook stickers. I think they're like don't really match the theme at all. That's okay. And here we are at July. I was working like a lot during this time, so I went for a really simple page. The background's watercolor. This is just scrapbook paper on top. Here's the calendar. I tried something kind of cool with this little Dutch door. So on the side I have a to-do list and expenses. And then with this like wavy edge. I think the yellow looks really pretty. And I made these stickers that are really fun. The washi tape surprisingly matches really well with the theme. I think the drips over here are kind of cute. Here we are at August. So I did a pool theme, and this is all done with scrapbook paper. I love the life-saving rings in here. I thought that was a really fun thing to include, and of course blue and red just look really well together. Yeah, I think this is actually one of my all-time favorite themes of the year. I really like the colors. And like including the water and the rings. It's really fun. This one I went back to writing down the books that I read. And this banner is really cute. How it's like white on top of it and then black in the background. Scrapbook paper. And here we are in September. This is like the execution of this was just not quite how I imagined it. I wanted to do something different with like white on a darker paper, but it's just like not really that great. Maybe if I had some like better quality white paint. All I have is like some super cheap stuff. It might have worked out pretty well, but that's fine. This is probably one of my least favorites. I was not like super into how this looked, but I wanted to do this color because it's not something that I have like typically done. Here I had a habit tracker and expenses because I was finally going to school in person after a long pandemic hiatus, so I wanted to incorporate that, but I did not continue because I simply did not have time to make the spreads after that. This one I didn't have any access to like scrapbook paper, and honestly it's like kind of really ugly in my opinion. I definitely like the look of something that has like scrapbook paper and different textures, so yeah, this is not my favorite. And this one is kind of different, but honestly does not match the theme very well. This one, yeah, I don't really know what was up with September. Honestly, the theme is just all over the place and the purple is not consistent here. I also didn't have that much access wise, so I have these purple sticky notes here. And I use some loose leaf. I think this is kind of cool. I do like the look of loose leaf in my bullet journal. It's fun for some texture. So for October, I did the super fall theme, and it's one of my favorite months, so I'm excited to show you. This cover is with some Crayola Super Tips. So I incorporated a lot of craft paper here, some more scrapbook paper in yellows and oranges, and just lots of neutral colors. I thought this was a fun touch with the scrapbook paper and the woven string around it. And I used a lot of doodling little patterns, so I have some leaves, and then of course my sparkle design that I do on like literally everything. This is just like this gift tag that I like to use in my bullet journal sometimes. This one I really went towards a different color, but I think it really works with the leaves. This is just ripped scrapbook paper and doodles on top. And then this is some like really fancy like homemade paper. This one's cute. The little pumpkins here. And then we made it to November. November I did like a very dark academia anatomy themed one. So this is just watercolor background with a pen drawing on top. I have these stickers of like different anatomy themed stickers. It was like cooler in my head than how it turned out. I never end up liking pages that are like on the more neutral side. And I feel like I was just trying so hard to make it look good, but I do love how the stickers looked, and yeah, I guess that's cool. And the scrapbook paper is not really my favorite. It did not turn out how I had anticipated. And I think I was also confused because some of the pictures that I printed out were more like tan, beige colored, and then the other stickers were gray, so I didn't know, oh, should I be using gray, should I be using tan? So I ended up kind of going for a combo, and I don't know if it worked very well. But here we are in December. The December pages that I did are so fun, and I love how I incorporated these little gift tags, which I purchased last year, like on insane clearance, so I use those throughout, as well as just a lot of fun colors, ribbons, other little stickers. Here is the calendar. I loved the scalloped edge at the top. And of course, this scrapbook paper is so fun with little swirls on it, and using these like red ribbons that came with the gift tags was another fun little touch. So here I use like blue pen. I don't know if you can see it super well, but it's honestly kind of wrecked the whole page for me. So I decided to not use it after that, but I wanted to like pull the blue in from some of these gift tags, but it just was not quite the right blue for this. This one is really cute. Did not use this very much because this was my last week of school, or yeah, and then on my last exam day I was like, after that I'm not going to be using my bullet journal. There will be no to-do lists and relaxation only, so that's kind of why it's blank. This one is for this week. Again, not a lot going on because I'm trying to relax and enjoy my holidays, but I do like how this one turned out with the little garlands going around it. So the back of my bullet journal, I still have like quite a few pages, as you can see. In the very back I have some random stickers that I get, and like in here I do collect things that I have received throughout the year, and I have a collage page of all of the things that I could put in my bullet journal. I'm not going to show you just because it's a lot of like personal pictures and stuff. Yeah, I have quite a few pages left in my bullet journal at the end, and that usually is the case. It just really depends on how much extra bullet journaling I do, and if I have time to make all like the fancy habit trackers and like journaling type things and whatnot. So that is my 2022 bullet journal. Let me know which theme was your favorite of the year. I'm going to have to say that mine was February with a very cute Valentine's Day baking theme. Love the colors, and I love drawing baking type things. So I also have this little bookmark in here that I made with some embroidery floss. This just keeps track of my income page at the front of my bullet journal. But for next year, I'm going to be doing a whole video on my setup because I think it's going to change a bit, because I find that lots of these pages are just like not super applicable for me, and I want something that's a little bit faster. And I might be switching some things to online, such as expenses and like long-term planning. So we'll see what's to come, but I will be bullet journaling again next year because I really like it and I love it for the to-do lists and for the creativity aspect. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.